Hi everyone, this is Ramalinga Prasad Kuppa. Welcome to my channel Pharma World. Today's topic is Schedule M of Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 and Rules 1945 and ICH Q7 guideline, a comparison. The intent of this video is to compare the Drugs and Cosmetics Act and rules with the ICH guideline Q7 for GMP. There is a reference to 21 CFR Part 2 11 sections also in the last few slides of the program, which has similar information. You have to go through each section in the guideline for more elaborate information. The Act and Rules. The Drugs and Cosmetics Act was established in the year 1940. The Drugs and Cosmetics Rules were established in the year 1945. This Act and rules were revised, amended several times. It is revised 8 times. Chapter 1 has legal definitions like what is a drug, a cosmetic, a government analyst, manufacture, import, patent, etc. The other chapters 2 to 5 deal with administrative procedures for compliance for manufacture, import of drugs. Specific conditions are prescribed in these chapters. After detailing the Act, the rules follow. The Act was established in the year 1940 and subsequently the rules were established in 1945. Depending upon increasing compliance requirements, the Act and the rules were revised several times and will continue as and when necessary. The structure of the Drugs and Cosmetics Act and rules start with Chapter 1 to 5 with legal information and administrative information. Let us know more about the rules. The drugs and cosmetics rules are applicable to drugs, homeopathic, Ayurvedic drugs, Siddha, Unani and cosmetics. There are schedules from A to Y in the rules. Important schedules to know are Schedule A is applications for licenses for manufacture, import and sale. They are prescribed in specific forms. Schedule G is list of restricted use drugs under medical supervision. Schedule H is the list of drugs to be dispensed only with a prescription of medical professional. There are more than 20 schedules in the rules. Only few important and routinely used are referred here in this video. Schedule M has several parts. Part 1 is good manufacturing for premises and materials. Part 1A is for sterile products. Part 1B is for oral dosage forms like tablets and capsules. Part 1C is for liquid dosage forms like syrups and suspensions. Part 1D is for topical products like creams, ointments, lotions, dusting powders, etc. Part 1E is for metered dose inhalers. Part 1F is for API manufacturing, which is equivalent to ICH Q7. Part 2 is for plant equipment. Among many schedules, Schedule M is one of the most important in the list. Part 1 describes the requirements for the premises and materials. It is further subdivided into another 6 groups from 1A to 1F. Part 2 is specific requirements for process equipment. For all sections of Part 1 of the Drugs and Cosmetics rules, the ICH sections are referred in the brackets. General requirements, location and surroundings is referred as section 4 of ICH Q7. Warehouse area is section 7. Production area is section 4.1. Ancillary areas, the utilities is section 4.2. QC area Personal is Section 3. Health and clothing and sanitation of workers is Section 3.2. Manufacturing operations and controls are referred in Section 8 and 9 of ICHQ 7. There are some more sections. Sanitation in the manufacturing area is referred as Section 4.6 in ICHQ 7. Raw materials is Section 7. Equipment is Section 5. Documentation and records is Section 6. Labels and printed materials is Section 9. Quality assurance is as Section 2.2. Self-inspection is given in Section 2.4. QC systems are given in Section 6.1, 6.6, Section 11 and 12 of ICHQ 7 guide. Further continued sections, specifications are given in Section 6.1. Master formula records are given in Section 6.4 and 6.5. Packing records are given in Section 9.2 and 9.3. Batch packaging records, batch processing record, standard operating procedures and records regarding are given in 6.1 section. Reference samples are given in 11.7. Reprocessing and recoveries are given in section 14 of ICH Q7. The last set of sections include distribution records as given in section 10 of ICH Q7. Validations and process validations are given in section 12. Product recalls are given in section 15. Complaints and adverse reactions are given in section 15. Site master file with the entire details of the systems and procedures that are followed at site. The other schedules include Schedule M1 for GMP of homeopathic drugs. Schedule M2 is for GMP of cosmetics. Schedule M3 is for medical devices and in vitro diagnostics. Schedule N is for conditions for running a pharmacy. Schedule P is for life period of drugs, for some antibiotics, vitamins, insulin preparations, vaccines, etc. Schedule Q is colorants used for drugs. Schedule S is for standards for cosmetics. Schedule T is GMP of Ayurvedic, Unani, etc. All these schedules have detailed information in Drugs and Cosmetics Act and rules. Let us see how this information is comparable with ICH guidelines. Section 1.1 and 1.2 of Part 1 is descriptive and more specific when compared to the ICH Q7 Section 4. While Section 1.1 and 1.2 of Drugs and Cosmetics Act and rules prescribe specific requirement, Section 4 of ICH Q7 is flexible and provides manufacturers other equivalent options. However, it should be justified to meet the requirements scientifically. Section 1.3, that is 4.3 of ICH Q7. Water system requires validation to render suitability to potable water to IS standards 10,500 or local municipality, whereas Section 4.3 prescribes a purification process if it does not meet WHO specifications. Section 1.3 is specific that the water used for the manufacture should be treated to get suitable potable water quality, whereas Section 4.3 prescribes that if the water quality meets at a minimum with the WHO specifications, it may be accepted. Since IS 10,500 is local standard for water quality, it may be used for water quality specifications. However, it is necessary to establish the quality of water equivalence to that of the WHO water quality. Both specifications look alike with some minor variations. Warehouse controls are more specific in Schedule M, Section 2.3 to 2.10 compared with ICH Section 4.10. Details of production areas, Section 3.1 to 3.4, are generic when compared with ICH prescriptions. The same logic as given for Section 1.1 and 1.2 as above is valid for these two also. Under Section 5.4, reference to the microbiology testing requirements are prescribed as compared with ICH 6.6 and 11 chapters. Bioburden tests are necessary for non-sterile products also to establish that there is no bioburden on such type of non-sterile products. Routine testing may be avoided if there is a validated system that can establish the bioburden-free non-sterile products. Medical checkup is explicitly mentioned in section 7.1 to 7.5 of the Act, whereas ICH it is generic reference. Depending upon the work area, the type of checkups may vary. For powder handling personnel in closed rooms, it may be additionally necessary to check for healthy respiratory system. Color blindness test may be necessary for QC staff. So, depending upon the type of exposure, the type of checkup and frequency may be decided. Section 10.7 prescribes to have separate areas for quarantine, approved, rejected materials, whereas Section 4.14 of ICH prescribes a flexible system. There should be defined areas or other control systems. There can be validated alternative systems for quarantine approved rejected materials as per ICH Q7. Section 12.3 addresses partly the hydraulics volume 4 part 1 chapter 4 section 4.4. This part of hydraulics prescribes clearly on how to draft a work instruction or an SOP. Section 13 of the Act elaborates more on label control. All the requirements are implicit in ICH Q7 in sections 9.30 to 9.36. Here, implicit is in the sense that the system should be foolproof and justified. QA concept and responsibilities are described more elaborately under section 2.2 of ICH Q7 compared to the prescription of the Act under section 14. All the QA responsibilities are part of QC in the Act under section 16. The Act identifies QC and QA as one quality unit. Section 22.4 reflects 6.6 and 11 chapters of ICH Q7 in total. There is a requirement to have a site master file under section 29 of the Act. Similar requirements are mentioned in 21 CFR Part 211. The details are as follows. Subpart A, General Provisions. 211.1 is Scope. 211.3 is Definitions. Subpart B is Organization and Personnel. 211.22 is Responsibilities of Quality Control Unit. 25 is Personnel Qualifications. 28 is Personnel Responsibilities. 34 is Consultants. Subpart C is Buildings and Facilities. 211.42 is Design and Construction Features. 44 is lighting, 46 is ventilation, air filtration, air heating and cooling, 48 is plumbing, 50 is sewage and refuse, 52 is washing and toilet facilities, 56 is sanitation, 58 is maintenance. In subpart D, equipment, 211.63 is about equipment design, size and location. 65 is about equipment construction. 67 is about equipment cleaning and maintenance. 68 is automatic, mechanical and electronic equipment. 72 is about filters. Subpart E is control of components and drug product containers and closures. 211.80 is a general requirement. 82 is receipt and storage of untested components, drug product containers and closures. 84 is for testing and approval or rejection of components, drug product containers and closures. 86 is for use of approved components, drug product containers and closures. 87 is for retesting of approved components, drug product containers and closures. 89 is for rejected components, drug product containers and closures. 94 is for drug product containers and closures. Subpart F is for production and process controls. 211.100 is written procedures, deviations. 101 is charge in of components. 103 is calculation of yield. 105 is equipment identification. 110 is sampling and testing of in-process materials and drug products. 111 is time limitations on production. 113 is control of microbiological contamination. 115 is reprocessing. Subpart G is for packaging and labeling control. 211.122 is for materials, examination and usage criteria. 125 is for labeling issuance. 130 is for packaging and labeling operations. 132 is for tamper evident packaging requirements for over-the-counter human drug products. 134 is for drug product inspection. 137 is for expiration dating. Subpart H for holding and distribution. 211.142 is for warehousing procedures. 150 is for distribution procedures. Subpart I is for laboratory controls. 211.160 is general requirements. 165 is testing and release for distribution. 166 is stability testing. 167 is special testing requirements. 170 is for reserve samples. 173 is for laboratory animals. 176 is for penicillin contamination. Subpart J is for records and reports. 211.180 is general requirements. 182 is for equipment cleaning and usage log. 184 is component, drug product container, closure and labeling records. 186 is master production and control records. 188 is for batch production and control records. 192 is for production record review. 194 is for laboratory records. 196 is for distribution records. 198 is for complaint files. The last one, the subpart K, returned and salvaged drug products. 211.204 is returned drug products. 211.208 is drug product salvaging. Try to read the text from all these guidelines. You get more similarities and differences from one to the other guideline. However, all the guidelines lead to get quality of the product only. Thanks for watching. For more videos, please do subscribe, like and share. Thank you.